Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Brothers channel. Guess what? I'm one brother.
Hello, everybody, and I'm the second brother. Welcome to another episode of the Two Brothers channel. So we have an exciting one for you, another interesting topic that will get your mind intrigued. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Clay. Before I go into today's topic, I just want to do a bit of housekeeping again, like I did in the last video. We do have a second channel, and that channel is the Gift Genius channel. Right now in Nigeria, we're actually engaging with some people, and they're actually generating cash flow through the Gift Genius channel. Some of you watching us right now have been introduced by these people. Okay, so we're developing a community out there. So I'll put a link in the description for the Gift Genius channel. And the Gift Genius is a platform where we help people generate cash flow. Okay, wherever their situation are in life, it is there, and we will be sharing more and more information. The Two Brothers channel is actually is designed as the personal development channel to serve the Gift Genius platform. So you can see at the end of our videos, you always see the logo come up, and it will say a network at its best. Yeah, network at its best. Gift Genius is that network. The Two Brothers channel is the personal development arm of that channel. Why? Because you cannot achieve anything without personally developing yourself. What are your thoughts, Mr. Kinley?
That's the foundation of everything, personal development. You working harder on yourself than you do at anything else. So, improving yourself daily. And it's like going to the gym, but this time you're not just working the body. You're working your mind, you're working your soul, you're working your spirit, you're developing the right habits. Because I bumped into a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in about 20 years. And he was looking younger than me, which he inspired me to get myself fit. He was looking younger than me. And he was actually older. And this guy spends time in the gym every single day. And I don't even know when last I went to the gym. So he was telling me he's paid the price every single day. So similarly, you could be working yourself every single day, and the results will show on you or not. So if you're working on personal development, the results will show on you. And so we're able to compare notes. I was able to share my knowledge, and he was able to share with me his knowledge on the areas that he's strong at. So this thing shows up in you. It shows up on your face. It shows up in your body. It shows up in your spirit, in your body, in your soul, in your mind. So, and most of all, when you're doing personal development, it shows up in your pocketbook, in the money, in your account.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I was going to say it shows up in your bank account, because I bet that guy, kudos to him, physically it looked great, and kudos to him, taking nothing away from him. And you actually admired that, Mr. Clay. However, I bet he wasn't financially doing better than you.
No.
Was he?
No.
Okay. Okay. So what Mr. Clay is saying there is that wherever you're working on, it shows. Be it on your body, be it on your spirit, be it on your mind, it shows. Okay. So personal development, that's why we are hot on it. And we're working with some people in Nigeria, like we said. And to be candid, is it a surprise that the people that are actually doing well in Nigeria now are the people that are taking the personal development side seriously as well? They're the ones that are making the cash flow. The others that are not taking the personal development side seriously, they're struggling. So that means that even when opportunity comes and you're not personally developed, you can't do nothing. What are your thoughts, Mr. Clay?
Yes.
Sorry.
How did you know? I had a thought on that one. Yes, it's like, it's like going to the river with a bucket or a spoon. That's, how much water can you get in a bucket? How much water can you get in a spoon? Your personal development determines what you go to the river, to the marketplace with. Are you turning up with a bucket? Are you turning up with a spoon? If your personal development is up to a bucket, you gather more from the stream. So that is it. The marketplace is there for everybody to come and eat and feast. But what are you turning up with? Back to you, sir.
Okay, that is a powerful, powerful picture. Because like you said, if you want to go to the stream to collect water, what would you go with? Which is better, a bucket or a spoon? A bucket or a spoon? If you see someone going to fetch water from the stream with a spoon, you'll be looking at them like, what's wrong with this one? But when you see someone going to the bucket, you're like, okay, this one knows what it's all about, So that's the same with our personal development. Don't play with it. Straight, let's go into today's topic. Today's topic is money is not your problem. Being useful is.
Wow.
Money is not your problem. Being useful is. Now, myself and Mr. Clay, we're looking at that topic, and we realize we have to break it down. So, what do we mean? Money is truly not your problem. You developing the skill of being useful to someone that can afford to reward you is. So that means that there are many levels. There are many levels to this. Let's take the first level. Money is not your problem. So what is your problem? Being useful. You are not being useful enough to people that require help. Now, I know Mr. Clay has spoken about this before. Sometimes you have to even start from being useful just for the sake of being useful. I don't have anything else to do. I see this shop, I see this company, I see this establishment. I will go and make myself useful to them. How do you do that? I've got 6 hours today. I'm here to help you. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do for you guys. We can't pay you. No, you don't have to pay me. Sometimes you have to start with that. Mr. Phil, how do you mean? Well, Mr. Clay told you about a time in London when I went on the streets. And I was going from mortgage office to mortgage office, and I was telling them, look, don't employ me. I will work for free. All I will do is that whatever business I bring, we will share the profit. How many companies or businesses or business owners do you think told me no with that deal? Not one said no. Not one. From their perspective, what? You mean you're going to come here? You mean we don't have to pay you? You mean you are going to motivate yourself? You're going to project manage yourself? Then you're going to bring business to us. And out of the business, you're asking us to share the profit. Why not? Why not? What did I gain from that? I was now in a position where I got into that industry. I learned a lot in that industry. And I was in a position, because I was now on the inside, I was able to get better deals now. Because I'm now part of the inside now. I even did that. Remember, Mr. Clay, I did that with the travel agent.
Yes, that was very interesting. Yes.
I did that with the travel agent. And with the travel agent, I will bring business for them for credit so that whenever I want to travel, I travel for free. That me being useful forced the circumstance where resources, money had to come out. I cannot be anywhere in the world and lack for money, because I will know that the reason why I'm lacking for money is because I've not basically gone around and be of use to somebody. Let Mr. Clay jump in here.
Yeah, being useful to people that will pay you, people that are looking for solutions. Sometimes we think our solution is in US or in England, or we think our solution is anywhere but where we are. But what we forget is those people there, they're not mumus themselves. They're fighting their own battles as well. So just because you're not feeling it or you can't see it doesn't mean is the grass is greener. So what you have to realize is wherever you go, wherever you are, guess who's there? You're there. You can't run away from you, right? So that's why personal development is key to this thing. So wherever you position you find yourself, because you are there, some people will get really excited because they look back in their track record. Everywhere I've been has been a success. So I'm used to being a success. Whereas others are going there, they think, okay, listen, the minute I can escape Nigeria and I can go to Canada, that's when my life will turn around. Or the minute I can escape Nigeria and get to London, then that's when I will show you. Or if I can just escape, and I used to have that mindset as well. I was like that. I was like, you know what? Let me just get out of this crazy country, get to London. Life will be much better. Then when you get to London and you find out, my goodness, you mean I have to relearn a lot of things? Because at least in Nigeria, I knew my left from my right. I knew how things run. I knew where who was who, what was what. In London, you don't know anything. You're just like just off the boat. So you have to learn that. And by the time you learn that, then you have to get yourself into the system. And by the time you realize that, your so-called qualifications are not even recognized, then you have to go back to basics. So by the time you've done all of that, 10 years have gone past. Yes, not 1 year, not 2 years, 10 good years. 10 good years. So, okay, so if you're 30, by the time you've, sold everything you have in Nigeria, you've probably been building for let's say you've been building for 25 years, or let's say you've been building for 20 years, or, to get to where you are. You get rid of all of that and you go to Canada and you become a security guard there. Because that's the only job you can get. They're not going to make you the managing director of the oil company there. Trust me. They're not going to make you that the job you can get is a cab driver, cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, those are cleaning jobs. There's loads of cabs. And then you'll be picking, but I'm going to be driving cabs in Nigeria. I'm going to be cleaning in Nigeria. I'm going to be doing all this in Nigeria. That's because, guess what? You're there. And there's no cheating in the system. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
I was laughing when you said they will not make them the managing director. The very first thing that the moment you get here, the very first hurdle, and the very thing that will be glaring is your accent. Straight away. If you're a kid and you arrive here like Mr. Clay arrived there as a kid, I arrived here as a teenager, late teen, 20, 21. That's when I arrived here. They will shame you. Do you know what an AF means? AF is an AF. She's an AF. That's it. They call you an AF here, African. And when you're a child, that will hurt you. You will feel you've not seen shaming until white people shame you. We have to go through that. Then, like Mr. Kelly said, the culture is completely different. But we will save that to when we're talking about the diaspora. We're still focusing on Africa now. So we'll save that. The culture is completely different. And like Mr. Kelly said, it takes between five to 10 years for you to really get your bearings. When you see people go to America, when you see people go to Canada, they're literally going to start all over again. Yes, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people that are listening to me will say, yes, it is true. Don't get me wrong, you will benefit from the exchange rate. I know, Wahala, you will benefit from the exchange rate. But I always told people, from the time I came here and I used to come back to Nigeria, I said, look, don't let the exchange rate thing that we're enjoying just fool you. Some of you are living better than us. I remember someone asking me to rent them a flat in Nigeria when I wasn't even renting a flat here. I'm like, you want me to rent you a flat when I can't even afford a flat for myself? Another thing that a lot of people don't know that they're enjoying in Nigeria is the cost of a room in UK, in US, in Canada. We buy a whole house in Nigeria. Cost of living is very high. Oh yes, we have all the amenities. Oh yes, light will not go. At least light is available. If it goes, it's because you didn't pay your bill. But it's available. Oh yes, you will enjoy nice facilities. The buses are on time and everything, but it is expensive.
And why is it expensive?
Compared
to what you're used to, you know, we can say it's expensive, but it costs money for these things to run.
Thank you.
It's like you're complaining about the price of petrol being high in Nigeria compared to the amount we pay for petrol here. You don't even want to go there.
When we come to Nigeria and we see the price of Nigeria, buy petroleum oil or petrol, secretly, I am thanking God. It is like it feels like free. Because I know what I spend in UK for the same amount of oil in my car to fuel my car. At least £50 a week. And that's a small engine. God help you if you have one of these big Mercedes. Big Mr. Clay is laughing. to £120 a week. A week. And you're just doing normal runs, no. You're not traveling no long distance.
You're not leaving the town.
Over the time, you're just going from work to home. Maybe you go to church, you go to the supermarket, and you come home. £120 a week. What are you talking about? Convert that to naira, and then see the real picture.
To show you that although things look bad, your cost of living is actually very low.
Thank you.
So just imagine the opportunity gap that you have. That means if you develop your skill, you don't even have to develop your skill that much. You can develop your skill just a little bit, that you're earning reasonable amount. You'll be living like a king right there with half-developed skills. Sorry, Mr. Phil.
Oh, no, please, don't stop. Please, carry on, please.
Because this very, very, you're not seeing it, but the opportunity gap right there. Because if you come to London and you're making money, you have to just imagine, because the cost of living is high. So you have to make high money for you to enjoy it. But cost of living is very low. So that means the minute you start making a profit, that profit can multiply very quickly. You know, just imagine you're making 10,000 naira a day. That's 50,000 a week. That's 200. You know, let's say you take Saturday and Sunday off. Yeah. So that is 4 weeks. That is like
200.
400. That's 200, Abi.
Yeah,
200,000. 200,000 in 4 weeks. Wow. Just imagine, just imagine, instead of 10, you actually make 20. That 200 becomes 400.
Mr. Clay is
Now,
saying
just imagine as you're getting bigger with your skill, the work you're doing is even less because it's now your team that is generating that. So you're now stepping into passive income that you can't even stop them from doing it. Mr. Phil.
let me put a bit more clarity on that. What Mr. Clay is actually saying there is what we are already doing on the ground in Nigeria right now. We have someone that right now, we're not going to mention the person's name, that we calculated that that person is making 10,000 naira a day through Give Genius. 10,000 naira a day. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that when we're talking and we're sharing on this channel, we mean what we say and we say what we mean, and we back it up. There will be times when we will invite these people finally to our channel, and they will tell you their own testimonies. Some of you watching may know these people that we're talking about right now, because a few of them are the ones that are referring you to this channel. But the important thing is this. Remember, we did a video saying that the world is now a global market. I was telling Mr. Clay earlier on, I was saying that person that is in Nigeria now, does that person that she's now connected to the global market, she's now, the person is now making money from the global market. Does that person care about what Buhari is doing? Does that person care about Nigeria and the economy? Forget Nigeria economy, man. What would that person have to do to earn 10,000 naira a day? It is what we're talking about. We've been laying a foundation and we've been laying a path for you people to get to the understanding that money is not your problem. Being useful is. Develop your skill of being useful. So skill is one thing. The skill of being useful is another. Let me repeat that. Skill is one thing. The skill of being useful is another. The skill of being useful is me going to those companies and talking to them and saying, this is the deal I've got for you. I've got such a sweet deal for you that you cannot say no. What is the deal, Mr. Phil? Well, I'm going to give you my time. I'm going to give you my effort. I'm going to do the legwork and bring business to you. And out of that business that I bring to you, we will profit share. So that means that I'm not taking money from you. I'm the one actually bringing the money, using your infrastructure, yes. But when we now make the money, we share it. They said, my goodness, why are not many people doing this? Why is it only you? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that I use that same principle in network marketing? And I won trips to Hawaii. I won trips to Greece. I traveled around the world. It is the same skill. I got paid thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds using the same skill of being useful. What are your thoughts, Mr. Clay?
These skills that you're talking about, you know, it might not sound real to you guys. You know, but there are people right there in Nigeria that are enjoying this benefits of traveling
Right now.
right now.
Right now.
COVID, yes, COVID has slowed down a lot of travel. But trust me, people are qualifying for these kind of trips right there in Nigeria. And that's because they've applied their usefulness to people that will pay them and pay them well. So be encouraged. Be encouraged. What we're now designing and what Mr. Phil is stepping into, let's say, the level Mr. Phil is stepping into now. You know, if we carry on this way, the next 6 months, the next 2 years, the next 3 years, it's gonna be unbelievable. That's like it's gonna be absolutely unbelievable.
And we're gonna remember we started like this. However, please, ladies and gentlemen, remember everything starts small. Everybody expects everything to start wow, big. No, 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 no. Nothing in nature, nothing natural starts big. It starts small. Be excited about the small. Because without the small, you can't have the big.
Mm.
Well, relatively, because there's some people, what they're earning in Nigeria to them now is big. What are you talking small? It's not small. But we haven't even seen big yet. What Mr. Clay is saying there is exciting me. Because yes, we're coming and we're coming big. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, everything that we've said, watch our previous videos. Watch our previous videos. I believe this might be episode 61. I'm not sure, but you know, because we've got some in the pipeline. Watch our previous videos. We were leading to this. There's nothing we're talking about today that we did not know before, but we had to slowly get there. Now we're now at a stage where we can tell you categorically that if you don't understand how you can be useful, write a comment in the comment section. Ask, say, my name is XYZ. This thing of how do I generate money through Give Genius, I want to know how, please. We will engage you. It's not a secret. We will show you how you can be useful. And it can be not only just Give Genius. Give Genius is actually the first company that is a pioneer to engage with you guys. But guess what? Other companies are now watching Give Genius and saying, whoa, if Give Genius is doing that, we too might be interested. So don't be surprised if other companies are coming just because of what we're doing with some people in Nigeria. Shout out to those guys in Nigeria that connected with us and are showing results now. We cannot do these things without you. Shout out to you guys. Mr. Claire, you're smiling. Please say something.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the Give Genius gang.
Or Give Genius gang, the pioneers.
The pioneers. You know, shout out to the
kids. We're naive enough to believe when no one else would believe.
The Triple G. Let me call you the Triple G. The Triple G. Give Genius gang, the Triple G.
Give Genius gang. Yeah, shout out to the Give Genius gang. Yes, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Shout out. Oh, that's gonna be part of our intro now. Shout out to the Give Genius gang.
Shout out to the Triple G. To the Triple G. Yes.
Triple G. Triple G.
Yes, sir.
We're not kidding here. And thank God, thank the universe that we can back what we say with action and proof. We can show the work that this personal development thing works. Okay, soon we'll be mentioning names soon. I don't want to mention names without me asking their permissions first. You understand what I'm saying? But they know who they are. You know? Again, we have a second channel. It's a Give Genius TV channel. We're going to put the link in the description. And this doesn't have to be a long one. This is just to encourage all of you guys there that money is not your problem. Being useful is. And Mr. Clay kept hitting on something very important that took me a lot of years to learn. And it is, yes, I learned how to be useful. However, for many years, I made the mistake of being useful to people that could not afford or did not deserve my effort. So you have to be very careful there. In my case, I learned. And in my case, I adjusted. Because sometimes you can be useful to people that do not deserve your usefulness.
Yeah.
How would you know that they do not deserve your usefulness? You're useful to them, and they have resources to show gratitude or show loyalty back to you, even if it's not money. Loyalty, gratitude, team spirit. If they're not showing you that in return, then they're the wrong people. These mortgage people that I told you about, when I started working with them, they brought me on the inside. All the deals that they will not give the person on the street, they offered it to me. That is someone showing gratitude. They didn't give me money, but they gave me a preferential treatment. The travel agents, Mr. Clay, can remember, they didn't give me money, but they brought me on the inside. They gave me special tickets. They gave me special trips. They gave me special concessions that only people in the industry would. That's how you know someone that is what should I call it? Appreciating, and that you should give your energy to. Because again, remember when we said energy is really money. Energy is really money. So whatever you're giving your energy to needs to be something that is producing a relevant return for that energy. And when we say energy, we're saying effort to achieve something. Okay. So in my case, my effort when I was working with the travel agents was that I wrote a list of people that I knew, and I started speaking to each one of them. Next time you want to travel to Nigeria, to US, to USSR, wherever you want to go, check with me first. I might be able to get you a better deal. Now, when they tell me their price, I take it to the travel agents. I say, okay, this is the price that they've got from this travel agent. Can we beat it? If the agents, now, another thing is that I came up with a deal that the travel agents should maybe give me just for example, let's say maybe 30 or 50 pounds per ticket. 30 or 50 pounds per ticket. So if I go to the travel agents and travel agent says, no, we cannot beat this price, because they're thinking of my 30 pounds in the deal. So I will tell the travel agent, okay, what if we take off my 30 pounds? Say, okay, then if you don't take your 30 pounds, then we can bring the price down a bit more and we can beat that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will do that to secure the business on behalf of the travel agents, so that this person, now I have a track record of getting them the best deal. They don't have to know that I gave up my own profit. Does that make sense, Mr. Clay? What are your thoughts?
That's beautiful, because it's not, you're not being short-sighted. You're looking at the bigger picture. Because even if not 100% of your profit, you find that you have to give away. It might just be half of it or a quarter of it, and you find out that. But the thing is, you're directing the traffic that was going that way before is now coming this way, and once that traffic is come this way once, it's gonna come back again next time.
Thank
And
you.
then not only that, you're gonna tell other people about it as well. So,
now, sorry, Mr. Clay, please finish.
so yeah, so it's brilliant. What do you think?
Okay. Now, one of the things that I found out again is that, you see, what has happened there is that over time, I now became someone that was a travel agent without owning a travel agent. That was a travel agent without having a travel agent license. That was a travel agent without having a travel agent office. That was a travel agent without, and everybody loved me. The customer loved me. The travel agent loved me. The airline loved me. So we're sharing principles and skills. Now, I've spoken about mortgage, same principle, travel agent, but there are other industries in Nigeria. There are other skills. There are other places that you know, one of the most beautiful videos that I saw, Mr. Kane, I don't know if you remember seeing this, was a girl in Nigeria that said that she was carrying cement on a building site so that she can earn like 2,000 naira a day or something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? You remember that one? I thought that was brilliant. That is the get up and go. She thought to herself, what am I doing here? Instead of me sitting here looking pretty, I can go and help money, and I can go and help earn money and take the burden of my father, take the burden of my parents. You understand what I'm saying? Have some cash flow. You know, obviously with Give Genius, you don't have to go and carry cement, but I applaud that girl. I applaud people that do that. If you want to be, right now, honestly, we keep saying it. It's a global market. If you're suffering in Nigeria right now, you don't have to suffer because you don't have to rely on Nigerian economy anymore. Your network is your network, and your network is not now only in Nigeria. The network through Give Genius is now worldwide. Mr. Claire, let's round up.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You know, I hope you understand what we're talking about here today. But that your problem is not money. There's enough money out there. We're not just talking about Nigeria, but we're talking globally now. Enough money, enough currencies. It's about you being useful. You know, you being useful to those that will pay you well, and appreciate you for your effort. And you found that you're lucky enough to have found that in Give Genius. So all I can say to you is, you know, keep going, keep growing, and make sure you get back to the person that referred you to this channel, because there's a lot of opportunities that we built in to Give Genius for you. Back to you, Mr. Phil.
Thank you. Just before you go, I just remember the story, Mr. Clay, and I want to share with them. Do you know, everybody knows about Donald Trump. Before he became president, Mr. Clay, do you know that he used to do business with Puff Daddy that we call PDD now? The popular PDD that was with Notorious B.I.G. I'm coming, and was been around the world and all those raps, and you know, I can't even remember. I can hear the music, but I don't want to sing. If I sing, the camera will break. Anyway, Puff Daddy then, to build his artist, because I know he released Notorious B.I.G., he released is it what's this guy's name? Loon. I think it was Loon. He released Mary J. Blige. Imagine, Puff Daddy was the one that released Mary J. Blige, you know. But what he used to do then is that he will go to Donald Trump and he will borrow, let's say, $2 million, and he will tell Donald Trump that he will return $2 million as $2.5 million in 2 months, or something ridiculous like that. So Donald Trump will borrow him the money. What will he do with the money? He will go and set up events. He will set up promotion. He will set everything up. And then he will come back to Donald Trump at the time, and he gave Donald Trump 2.5. Next time he will come to Donald Trump, I need 5 million. Donald Trump doesn't have it. But because Donald Trump knows that the guy pays, Donald Trump will look for, you say 5 million, okay, 5 million this time, you have to pay back 7 million. Deal. In 6 months. And that is how they did. To the point that it got to a point where Donald Trump could not even bring the money together. Donald Trump had to introduce him to other guys, bigger guys, that will front him the money, better loans. But so what am I saying here? Puff Daddy became useful to Donald Trump because where would Donald Trump put 2 million and get 2.5 million in 2 months? Mr. Clay, where is he going to do that?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, okay. So Puff Daddy was being useful to Donald Trump by generating income for Donald Trump. But is not if Puff Daddy, is he stupid? No. Because guess what? You know Puff Daddy worldwide. Yes, he's paying Donald Trump like 25% of the loan. But guess what? He used that money to do. He used that money to make his brand. Puff Daddy now is, I believe, he's a billionaire now. Without that money that he was borrowing, he wouldn't have been able to do the promotions, the artists, the record label, the things that he was doing to become the brand that he is today. So when we're saying that you being useful is your problem, money is not your problem. Money was not a problem to Puff Daddy because it was being useful to the likes of Donald Trump that had the access to the money that they could give him. And it wasn't, hey, this is very important though. He wasn't borrowing the money then going to Dubai, going on Insta. Doing that. He wasn't borrowing the money doing that. He was borrowing the money and he was building infrastructure that would last for years. He was paying artists. He was setting up promotion. He was setting up TV appearances. He was setting up, you understand what I'm saying? And that was bringing back money. So I hope you're beginning to see how these things work. Puff Daddy too did not have the money. But guess what he had? He had the get up and go. He had the skill. He had the vision. He had the plan. And when he took the plan to people, that it was a risk. It was a risk. But he showed them, he said, give me $2 million. Do you know how much $2 million is? To risk and just give it to a black man. And they said, you know what, okay, you know what? We will give you the $2 million. And he took the $2 million, went and did what he needed to do with it, came back with the $2 million with 500,000 extra and gave it to the people. Now, don't miss a very important point here. An important point is this. The extra 500,000 pounds, 500,000 naira, $500,000. Did the people that borrowed him money, did they deserve it? Did Donald Trump deserve it? Heck yeah. Heck, mother effing yeah. You know why? Because he took the risk. He took 100% of the risk. Mr. Clay, you're not in. Please add something.
Yeah, it's actually PDD is worth 885 million. So,
whoa, 885 billion.
Million.
Oh, million. Okay. Wait. 885 million. Think about that. From someone that was borrowing 2 million before is now worth 885 million. Not naira, dollars. And he got there purely by being useful to the lender, being useful to the artist, being useful to the record label. And by the way, actually, did you even know that Puff Daddy started in a record label as a cleaner? I think that's what I heard. That it was just the go-for boy that he said go for coffee, go for thing. And he hung around until one day he went in and he spoke to one of the directors and said, you know what, I believe I can bring some artists. That's how he started. So I will do some more investigation on that. I will look at his story. But I think that's how he started.
That's how he started. That's how he started.
Okay.
With Def Jam, I think it was. And then he went into Bad Boys. He created Bad Boys.
So that means that he actually probably is the best story for this topic, because he actually started exactly like that, being useful. He did not go to record label school. He did not go and get. He did not get a music degree. He did not go to artists recruiting talent PhD. No. He started by going to the company and being useful to them and observing. And he got to a point that he thought to himself, you know what, I think not only can I do this, I think I can do it better. Like they say, I didn't want to say this, but I will say this. The African proverb says, I don't know how to say it in English, but something about, actually, let's say it in English. I think a word is enough for the wise. In Yoruba, they will say, Aboro lanso fomoluabi, toba denure, adodidi. A word is enough for the wise. In Yoruba, Aboro lanso fomoluabi, toba denure, adodidi. On that note, Mr. Clay, say your goodbyes.
See you guys next time, and never neglect your personal development.